It's hard to talk or even think about politics without considering a group that makes up 51% of the United States population: women.
I believe that it's incredibly important that everyone support women's equality. Now, what you term it doesn't really matter to me. You could be a feminist, you could be a womanist, you could be a mujerista, you could be any of these names that are used within different movements to think about women's positionality and to think about what we can be doing to improve the lives of women. We're multifaceted in regards to our identities. Awesome. But it's also about taking more steps than that. It's about thinking about the intersection of oppression and the ways in which racism, sexism, classism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, all of that intersects.
Women of various identities in Athens face challenges that are both unique to the area and also similar to the issues women all over the country are facing. But there are a lot of groups working to combat those challenges, including OU's Women's Center.
So all of our programs are really addressing issues that we think are the experiences for women here in Athens, but also recognizing the transient nature of some of us in Athens, that people come from different countries, different communities, and making sure that in our conversations of women's experiences, we're looking at this international sort of perspective.
One program the Women's Center recently started is a mentoring program with Athens Middle School.
Have a mentoring program that happens where we pair undergraduates with middle school girls. And it is a one-on-one mentoring program as well as a group mentoring program. Think about pressures that are put on some women. I think that that's really compelling, that here in middle school we're helping them understand that they don't have to be perfect all the time.
The Women's Center oftentimes pairs up with other campus and community groups, like the Survivor Advocacy Program and My Sister's Place, to put on programming and events.
We also work with the Women's Center a lot on Take Back the Night each year, and the Survivor Advocacy Program, the Women's Center, and the Campus Involvement Center have committed to each year having some form of arts-based, survivor-focused program or event.
Ohio University's Survivor Advocacy Program provides confidential support and advocacy services to survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and stalking. It works as a division of student affairs. My Sister's Place is a domestic violence agency in Athens, serving Athens, Hocking, and Vinton counties. They provide a 24/7 hotline, outreach counseling, and an emergency shelter. In the 2018-2019 academic year, OUPD and APD received an increase in sexual assault and rape reports, sparking a lot of conversation on campus.
What's been happening in the movement over the last couple of years is really important about believing survivors, believing their stories. I think what happened with the Kavanaugh hearings is just as crazy making as that was to watch. I think it introduced a national conversation.
And they see numbers increasing, but for me, it also tells us that people are feeling more comfortable coming forward. And I would much rather have a Clery report that has a more accurate depiction of what the numbers of sexual assault look like here on our campus than some of the Clery reports you might see at other universities where they're saying 0 sexual assaults have happened here. Well, we know that's not true.
In the 2 years since we've been back, there's been a larger number of reports. And that could be because people feel supported. I hope that's what it is. I hope that people that are coming here and working with us feel supported and feel a little less intimidated by that process.
So, how are women's issues unique in Athens?
It's maybe a misconception that people who are lower income are experiencing family violence at a higher rate, but I actually think what it is that it's harder for poor people to hide what's going on.
And in Athens especially, where the poverty rate is the #1 in the state, in this county. Athens is the only Title X provider, so they give sliding scale prices for people who might not be able to afford care anywhere else or can't access care anywhere else.
The local Planned Parenthood is another organization that provides services to women in the community.
Planned Parenthood offers a wide range of health care. They do breast exams, cancer screenings, pap smears, STI tests, HIV tests, birth control, and that's you can get pills, you can get the IUD, you can get an arm implant, you can get a patch. They have so many options for you. They have so many things that they can help you with, and it's not just abortion, but that is part of the range of services that they provide.
While each group provides a distinct service, all of them are looking toward the future.
In order for us to be successful, we do have to think about what's going to happen next.